I just picked up this cold brew coffee maker here. It's a very simple, straightforward solution to a small problem that a lot of us who like cold brew probably have. And one of those problems is that the giant jar that you're using doesn't fit very well in your refrigerator. This is nice and compact. I'd say it's the perfect size for maybe one or two people who really enjoy cold brew, especially on a daily basis. And it also is a reusable filter on the inside. So it's also solving your like, what filter do I use? And oh shoot, I ran out of filters problem. This has clips on both side here. They're really sturdy and they hold that lid on really well. And then a handle, of course, so that you can pick it up out of the fridge. And the handle folds down. The handle also comes off if you want to have no handle at all. And then to get to the filter, you unscrew this lid right here at the top. And this seals really well. So it has a little gasket on it. Wait, what did I do? There we go. Okay. So this has a little gasket ring right here around the top edge there that gives a nice tight seal on your filter so you don't get any weird flavors from your fridge that like get into your coffee. And then this comes right up this way. So you're going to be able to clean this really well in your sink. And then this pulls right off and it has another gasket on it to keep your grounds really secure inside this. Yeah, it's like an infusion filter. And then you can see here, it's like that really fine, meshy plastic type filter. So my guess is after a few uses that will probably stain a little bit. But I'm not concerned about that at all. That's how it is with anything that you make coffee in. It will get a coffee patina on it. You don't even usually need to wash it off. You just rinse it. So you can see the other end also comes off. So that's nice. It makes it a lot easier to rinse that out and give it a really good cleaning. And then when you're ready to make some more, you're going to make sure that's screwed on. You're going to put your grounds inside here. And then you're going to put the little cap on top of the filter and then drop that. Well, let's say that your lid is already on your canister here. So this is snapped on. And then you've got your grounds in here. And you've got your water in here already. And then you drop this in with the grounds. Close the little screw cap at the top. And then you're gonna let it sit in your fridge, overnight. It needs a good like 8 to 12 hours to really get you that nice, smooth cold brew that we all like. And then once your cold brew is done and ready to drink, then you can take the filter out. And this has a little spout on it for pouring into your cup. And this is nice that it's a nice like really sturdy, smooth, like plastic food safe type material instead of glass. So it's not very heavy at all. And you actually could easily pack this to take it with you on a trip if you were, especially traveling in the summer and you still wanted to have cold brew with you. If you don't want to pay like out the nose at a coffee shop, I would say this is really easy to pack, especially for a road trip when you're not so worried about how much space. Um, I would definitely take this with me. I hate buying coffee when I'm traveling. That's always like one of the biggest bottlenecks. And this is going to make it a lot more possible for especially a couple of people. I would say even like two or three people in my family, if they liked cold brew, we can make cold brew in this every night and have coffee with us to drink while we're traveling, and without having to spend the money at a coffee shop. But for home use, also just as fantastic. One of my teenagers is going to get a lot of use out of this. It's a lot better than the jar that she currently uses. The jar is really messy and just like really clunky, and it takes up a lot of space in my fridge. Plus, it's really heavy. So I like that this isn't super heavy. It's nice and compact. It's going to fit really well in my refrigerator next to everything else. Um, since everything in the fridge is more rectangular, square shaped. And I just think this is really nice. I'm going to use it a lot.